volunteer training video. I'm Erin Kidwell. I'm the coordinator for the Partnership Drive events, and we just want to thank you first of all for being willing to come into our studios, to answer the phone, and to be a part of what we're doing here. K-Life and 890, we have 2 partnership drives a year, and this is a really important time for us. This is where we raise the funds necessary to keep doing what we're doing here, and as a volunteer you have a very important role in that. We couldn't do this partnership drive without you, and so this video is just to brief you on some of the things that you'll be doing when you're here. And so let's get started. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do when you come in is to sit down here in the action room and to make a name tag for yourself, which is what our volunteer John, who also happens to be my husband, is doing. And then after you make the name tag, you're going to stick it on the back of your shoulder. This way the DJs can see your name, so that when you're taking a call on the phone, if they're in here live on the air, they can talk about who's taking the call and what you're doing. And also an important thing to remember is if you have a crazy horrific fear of being on the radio, make sure to tell me or one of the staff so we can communicate that to the DJs so that we don't put you on the radio if that's something that you don't want to do. But if you're okay with that, the DJs will come, and after you're done taking a call, they'll often come up to you and ask you how the call went, something maybe just like this. Okay, it looks like our volunteer John is on the phone right now. Oh, actually, he just got off the phone with, it looks like, Mary from Santa Maria, and Mary gave a monthly pledge of $20 a month, so thank you, Mary. And John, why don't you just tell us a little bit about the call you were just on?
Just talked to Mary, and she loves K-Life, and she said that it's making a big difference in her whole family's life. Her kids listen to it, her grandparents listen to it, even her great-grandparents. And it's just a wonderful influence in her life.
Well, that's great. Thanks, John. So that is an example of how the DJs may come up to you and ask you about the call that you just took. Okay, so as a phone volunteer, the main responsibility that you will have is to answer the incoming calls of people who are calling in to make a donation. And so after you pick up the phone, we have this script that you will use as you go through the call. And so first of all, very important, in the upper right-hand corner, as you can see, there is a place for you to put the date, the time, and your name. This is how we track the calls later on if we need to go back and review something. So it's very important that you fill that out each time you take a call. It also says at the top of the sheet, please press hard, because this is a carbon copy piece of paper, and so we need what you write to go through to the sheets below. And so basically what you're going to do is you're just going to stick to the script. We've made it very simple, where you just kind of read down through these things. When someone calls in, you'll pick up the phone and say, thank you for calling K-Life. You'll ask who you're speaking with, and you'll take down their name, the city they live in, their phone number. In case you get disconnected, you can call them back, and then you ask them if they've called to make a monthly or a special gift. And here you can write in the amounts if it's a monthly gift or if it's a special gift. Then as you see down here, you're going to be able to ask them a question kind of just about what K-Life means to them, or how God has used K-Life in their life or their family. So you can take notes right here on their answer, because as I mentioned before, the DJs will walk around and they will ask you to kind of like maybe recap the call that you just took, and so there you can kind of have your notes that you wrote down to share more. And then it says a little bit further down, we're mentioning churches on the air. Would you like us to mention yours? And so right here you can write in the church that they go to if they would like to share that information. So then you're going to come down here to the number 1. We have a 1, 2, a 3, and a 4 on this sheet. This is some basic information you can get from them. Address, city, zip, email if they like to, and you're going to copy the contact number that they gave from above. So right here, you're going to rewrite the number that they gave up there. So you don't need to ask them that again, but you can just copy it from above. Then over here at number 2, this is where you're going to take down the financial information for the pledge. And so you'll read through this box right here that talks about our direct donation program, and then you will ask them if they'd like to pay with a debit or credit card, a checking account, or if they'd like to mail in a check. And so right here you'll write down either the card number or the routing and account numbers. Very important here that you write very clearly so that we can actually process the donation. And then at the bottom, might be hard to see, but it says it has a box you can check for the 3rd or the 18th, and that's because we only process donations on the 3rd or the 18th of the month. So you can give them that choice between which day they'd like the money taken out of their account. That is if they're giving monthly. Then you're going to come over here to the number 3 spot, and that's if they're not giving electronically. You'll read that if they're going to mail in a check. It says what they'll do. And then down at number 4, it says, let me make sure I have all the information correct. So you're going to go back up and read through what you've written down to make sure that you haven't made any mistakes, and that is how you use the script to take a call. Okay, so after getting off the phone, the next step that we have you do is to grab one of the small sheets. On the small sheet, you're going to copy down everything you can from the script. Here's an example of it. You're going to write down their name, address, city, and zip code, their address, and then up above you can put if it's a monthly, a special gift, how much it is, their phone number, their email. Again, like in the beginning, there's a place up top for the date, time, and your initials, so we can keep track of these forms. So as John is doing, he's copying down all the information from the script onto the donation form, and when he's done with both of those, he's going to take the small sheet and he's going to put it in the coordinator box along with ripping off the top sheet script, and he's going to take them over to the boxes, which are just located right on the end of the counter. And the coordinator box is the green one. It has the little form taped to the bottom, and the script then goes in the for on-air host box, so the DJs can come pick that up and see what kind of donations have come in. Okay, now that you've seen what you'll be doing as a volunteer, there's just 2 important reminders that we have on the wall right here for you to keep an eye on. The first one is a lot of people who call in say, I'm already in the system, I already give monthly and I want to make a special gift, and so they don't want to give you their account information again, but it's really important that we get account information, a payment method for every single donation that comes in. And so if someone tells you they're in the system, just say that's great, I just need to take down new information for this specific donation. Secondly, a lot of times we have challenge gifts coming in. If somebody gives $500 or more, we automatically want to ask them if they're willing to make it a challenge gift that we can use on the air to encourage other listeners to give. Some people will call in just the same and ask if they can kind of make up their own challenge gift. And if somebody's doing that, just put them on hold. You can talk to me or one of the coordinators, and we'll instruct you on what to tell that person. So I think that is it, and my only reminder or piece of advice is that sometimes the DJs turn the thermostat way down for partnership drives, so you might want to bring a jacket because it can get kind of chilly in here.
You even took a Pldege into the studio.
I did. It was so much fun.